See the React spread operator with the help of destructuring. We'll see the output something like the user list. There should be two list which is already there, and there would be a button. Once we click on the button, the third item should be added, and after that the button should be disabled. So let's see with the program. So right now in the app.js we are referring to another component, and this one, let's add the code in order to get that. So let's first add the const, and then we're going to do the code. For example, let's say spread AddUser, and then we are going to do the return of div. Let's also export this. Okay, and also let's import the React component over here. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to create an initial user, and let's actually use that. And let's say initial users equal to, let's give id equal to 1, and we'll just give some name John, and then age equal to, let's say 25, and we'll also do the same for another user. Let's say name, and then something like Adam, and the same of age, let's say 15. This will give that. And now what we are going to do is, now we'll create a variable, something called as users, comma set users equal to use state of, let's say, now we have to get the initial users. So the users will now have the value of initial users, and this initial users will be set for the users variable. Okay, now first let's try to display that before adding the button. So let's say users list, and then let's do that in terms of the UL. And over here what we have to do is we have to create a button, and then we will be first displaying that. But before that we will display all the users. So let's say users dot map of, let's say user, and in this we'll give the user. So key equal to user dot id, and then let's close this. Now we are going to display this whatever we have it. So users dot name, and the same for age. Let's do users dot age. Okay, so let's try to see if we get this. Over here id is not defined, so let's say id. So where is this id? So user dot id. Okay, and how about now? Okay, now we got this one, but why we didn't get this? So let's see over here, users dot name is this, and users comma set users, users is over here, initial users, user dot id. Oh, so this is, oh no, so this would be user, just user, because that's a temporary variable. So user dot id. Okay, and how about now? Okay, now we got the list whatever we have added. Now let's see how to add a button. So right now the task is to add a button, and with the button we have to click it. So button, on click, we will create a function something like let's say add users, actually add user, and then the condition is it should be disabled after we have added a user. So let's say user added, we'll create this variable also, and then we'll say add user. Okay, now we have to create two functions. One is add user and another is user added. So let's first create the variable, and now say const, and then first we have to create the variable of user added, right? user added, comma, set user added equal to initially we will just do use state of false. First it should be false, and then we'll have to add this function add user. So now what we are going to do is we'll do the add user, and this if the user is not added, meaning the user added is false. If the user added is false, that means we have not yet added. So now we are going to create another new variable, something like const new user. Let's say const new user equal to, now we can create a new user with the same id equal to user dot let's say user dot length. So it is going to get the length dynamically, +1, comma, name, let's say Bill, and age, let's give 18. Okay, now this has been added a new user. So this is there. So now what we are going to do is, if this is not there, this user has to be added. So this user has to be added where? In the set user. In the set user, we'll be saying that set user, set users of, we have to get this dynamically with the spread operator. So this is where the spread operator will be coming into picture. Users, comma, the new user, whatever we have added. So this is done. Then last step is we should also make the user added as true now, because the user has been added. So now this user has been added. So before it was false, and now once after adding this, it will be true. So let's find it out. User is not defined in line 13. So let's see, line 13 user. Users, okay, that will be users, because as of now it will be all users. So this will be of users, right? Okay, so now let's see. So this is John. Once I click this, whatever we have added is Bill 18, meaning this one, the new user, this will be added, and also the button would be disabled now because the user has been added. Okay, why is it not disabled? Let's go ahead and check it. Disabled, it should not be disabled, it should be disabled. Okay, now let's again test. Let's first refresh. Okay, now it has been added, and also the button is disabled. So that is with the help of the spread operator. The spread operator, first we are getting all the users, and then we are adding the new user, and we have created another variable. So wherein set users is first is false, and then once this is added, this will be disabled. Okay, that's about it. Thanks.